Once upon a time, in a humble village surrounded by hills and dusty roads, lived a boy named Kamal. His family had little. Their house was made of mud, meals were simple, and every rupee was stretched thin. But Kamal had a fire inside him. Not for riches, but for freedom. The kind of freedom that comes when you no longer have to worry about tomorrow's meal. Kamal often heard his father say, "We are poor, and that's just how life is." But Kamal couldn't accept that. He believed deep down that money wasn't the enemy. Ignorance was. He wanted to learn, to grow, and to one day build something that would take his family out of poverty forever. The village had no school, no internet, and no wealthy mentors. But it had a public library, filled with dusty old books. Every day after his chores, Kamal would sneak in and read about business, farming, trade, and even digital technology. He filled notebooks with ideas, most of which made no sense to others. "Dreaming won't fill our stomachs," his uncle would scoff. But Kamal wasn't dreaming. He was planting coins in the soil of his future, slowly and patiently. One day, Kamal came across an old book about small businesses. It said, "Start with what you have, sell what you know." He looked around his home. His mother made herbal soaps from neem and turmeric, passed down from her grandmother. That gave him an idea. Using his savings, a mere 150 rupees, Kamal bought wrappers and started packaging his mother's soaps. He carried them to the nearest town and stood in the corner of the market. People laughed, some ignored him, but a few bought out of curiosity. And those few came back the next week for more. It wasn't much, but it was a start. Kamal reinvested every coin. He improved the packaging, added labels, and later began learning digital marketing from free mobile cafes in town. At night, under a flickering bulb, he learned how to build a simple website using his cousin's borrowed smartphone. There were days when nothing sold. Days when family mocked him for wasting time instead of getting a labor job. Days when self-doubt screamed louder than hope. But Kamal held on to one truth. Wealth grows like a tree. First the seed, then roots. Then years of silent waiting before the first fruit. One evening, when sales were low and his heart was heavy, Kamal met an old man in the market who asked him, "Why do you look so tired, boy?" Kamal shared his story, his failures, the mockery, the slow progress. The old man smiled and said, "The bamboo tree stays underground for 5 years. Nothing appears. But in the 6th year, it shoots up 80 feet in just weeks. Why? Because all those years it was growing its roots." The old man looked at him and said, "My dear boy, you are also growing roots beneath the surface." Those words became Kamal's strength. Months passed. Kamal's soap business expanded to neighboring towns. A video of his story went viral on a local news page. Soon, a company offered to collaborate and sell his products online. Years later, Kamal became the founder of a rural e-commerce platform that empowered hundreds of small village entrepreneurs. He built training centers, funded schools, and helped families like his own break the cycle of poverty. But he never forgot those long, hard years. And whenever he spoke to youth, he would say, "Making money isn't about luck. It's about vision, patience, and daily effort. Success doesn't knock. It grows slowly like the bamboo, until one day it bursts out for the world to see." The moral of the story is that making money takes more than just talent or luck. It takes vision, patience, and belief in yourself when no one else does. Every small effort, every saved coin, every failed attempt, it's not wasted. It's root building. So no matter how slow your growth seems today, keep watering your dreams. One day, they will rise. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. And for more powerful stories and life lessons, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Your support helps us reach and inspire more hearts like yours.